So much I need to do once Ivy goes down for a nap. The biggest thing being I need to eat. I'll cut it out so you guys don't see those pieces of this video, but I'm literally starving. So if I have food in my mouth at any point, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna check every time, you know? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of lifestyle videos, motherhood vlogs, but I also share with you guys what we do for our budget as a family of 3, going to be 4 if you watched my recent video, and you'll understand a little bit about what's been going on with videos and my budget lately. But I finally am talking about it. I'm still pretty early. As I'm filming this, I'm almost 13 weeks, almost out of first trimester, thank the Lord. And I'll be doing a lot of videos about pregnancy and stuff. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. It'll also be integrated into my budget, having a second child. Still crazy to think about. But anyways, today's video though is going to be taking you through my July budget recap, showing you what we spent and yeah, what happened in July. I will say July was a really good month for us. So you'll see that here. There was a couple of things that we went over budget on, but most of it wasn't. And we actually put like the largest amount of savings away that I've done in a really long time. So without further ado, let's jump into this, and I'm gonna take a bite of my food off camera. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Okay, very high chance there's gonna be food in my mouth because you guys are, my tripod is my water bottle, so can't even rinse it out. That's just where we're at today, okay? If I don't eat, I'm gonna get very nauseous. So anyways, moving on, this is what happened this month. So we actually, this looks a little confusing because it's in the negative, but it's not. So I actually ended up bringing in $300 more than I was anticipating. In July, I think I just budgeted low. Ben's income was pretty much on par. We actually, if you watched last month's, June's budget, we actually were over budget there. I took $118.92 from this month's budget for last month. So we actually are in the negative there, $118 from June. And then we brought in a little bit of random extra. We got an insurance payback for something that we were overcharged for, a credit card bonus. And then, oh, I got a refund on the ring that I bought because I didn't like it. So I sent it back and I got a refund on that. So that's why we had about $346 of additional income come in. So in total, with like the negative from this, we had about $527 of additional income that I didn't budget for that came through in July. Okay, moving on to the next thing. These are all normal. I don't think anything is super out of place. Nope, that's pretty normal. Pilates, I actually put Pilates on hold for 2 months. So if you were confused in my last month's budget, I put it on hold for both June and July. It'll restart at the end of August because I was too sick to go to Pilates, and thankfully you can put it on hold. You do have to pay like a $15 holding fee. I probably will end my membership later this year, depending how it feels. I would like to keep doing Pilates for a little while, just because I think it helps with just overall strength and everything, which is something that's important to me in this pregnancy. But I'm definitely not gonna be doing it when I'm like gigantic at the end and it's like snowing and stuff, because I'm due in winter of next year. The rest of this is normal. Ben still hasn't called about the internet, so we got that going for us. This is all normal. The only thing that's not is Spotify, because Ben got a new debit card, like a renewal one, and he didn't update the payment for that, so we'll probably be double charged for Spotify in August once he gets that figured out. And then a little bit over budget on miscellaneous because I wasn't anticipating going anywhere, and I really didn't. I only went to the coffee shop once, and that was yesterday, so July 31st. And because coffee has been like an absolutely not for me. And then I did buy an app for my business. So that is that. That is the same as always. And then we move on to here. So we were a little bit under budget on groceries. We spent a lot though. We've been going pretty crazy at the farmer's market, so that is something that I want to like pay attention to. That is something that we've been a little bit more over budget with. So yeah, but we were technically $12 under budget in July. under budget at Costco. Honestly, we didn't have to get that much, and at the time that I went to Costco, I was barely eating anything, so this was just like a couple things that Ben needed. Restaurants and takeout. Here is the big kahuna, $354 over budget. I said in one of my recent videos that we were gonna be pretty over budget on that, and we were. Look at all of these. So I basically, first trimester for me is survival. I will say this first trimester was better than my one with Ivy, but it was still difficult. And I just like need to eat whatever sounds good to me. So it was a lot of Qdoba, a lot of Potbelly, a lot of ice cream, a lot of McDonald's, which you'll see in some of my upcoming like first trimester videos that I filmed. But yeah, so very over budget on that. That is not going to be a continuous thing, but when it comes to first trimester, we kind of are just like whatever $15 acai bowl, sure, if that means Jessie will eat and she won't, then we're gonna do that. So very over budget on that. Yeah, and I don't feel bad about it. Medication and supplements we were under budget on because we only got a couple things. A small bit over budget on household. We got diapers a bunch. We got a bunch of like random stuff. As you can see, again, not feeling well first trimester. I didn't keep track. Like normally I keep track of what we buy a little bit better. I did not keep track at all this month. So it's just good that I was able to update this part. $30 on beauty. That was just Ben's haircut. And then I bought two things literally yesterday on the 31st after my 12-week appointment. I got myself a whole bunch of like pregnancy products, like lotion and stuff for stretch marks and like magnesium lotion for your legs, things like that. So I got that from 8 Sheep, and then I bought a pregnancy pillow from Newton because I did get rid of my last pregnancy pillow. Yeah, but I was still under budget on that because we hadn't spent anything else. We were a tiny bit, $7 over budget on doctors. I went to acupuncture quite a few times. I think I went at least 3 times. Ben got an old bill from something that he hadn't paid. We have therapy. There's more than 2 therapies in there. I just didn't write them all down. LabCorp bill. We had a couple doctor appointments. So yeah, you can kind of see it all up here. I think this is the LabCorp bill. The rest of them are like acupuncture, doctor appointments, because Ben's had a couple things like that. A little bit under budget on utilities, not much, but a little bit. Under budget on car. Technically I got gas twice, but I had like racked up enough points on my credit card that it pretty much paid one of my credit card bills this month. That's why it looks like we only got gas one time, but we actually did get it more than once. You just like can't see it. In fact, I think I even got gas yesterday too, but that'll go on my August budget. A little bit under budget on Cora and Finn, and that is because I did higher their budget this month because they needed to go to the vet. Cora went last month. She didn't need to go back yet this month. We got CBD, dog food. Finn's doctor, like vet appointment was $286 or $83. I also bought HeartGuard from Chewy, I'm realizing now, like a week ago, and they still haven't sent that through. So I need to check on that after I do this because that should have also been on this budget, but oh well. And then only about $7.64 on miscellaneous, and that was the charge to send my ring back that they sent me the wrong ring. I probably could have fought them a little bit harder on this, but I was like $7, whatever. These people are so annoying. They had terrible customer service. So I just paid it and like let it go, you know? So we were about $403 under budget. Even though like a couple of these were over budget, a few of them were like quite under budget. July is Ben's birthday, my mom's birthday, 4th of July. I bought Ben a book that he wanted. We ended up paying for 4th of July dinner, which is totally fine. I just hadn't budgeted for it. So that was a little bit over budget. And then I must have got something else for Ben. I'm not really sure. So we were a little over budget of my $100 on that, but that was, again, because I hadn't budgeted to be paying for anything on 4th of July. We just got, what did we get? I was very sick like nauseous, and I think like the only thing that sounded good to me was Portillo's. So we got like a ton of Portillo's food with Ben's sister and mom. Oh, that's what it was, one of the other charges. So I think the $22 was a pizza for Ben on 4th of July, and the $55 was food for Elizabeth, Ben's mom, and myself. It was like, we got like hot dogs and hamburgers and fries, and I think I got like a Coke, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, it was great though, totally worth it. Big ones right here, the two big ones. So I put $750 away for taxes for my income, since it's all in here. So that goes into a separate savings account for my business. We put $1,800 away in savings this month, which was way more than I was anticipating. This $950 is still like really high for what I was anticipating. So that was pretty exciting. It's not gonna be like that in August, and probably moving forward, not that much. So it was just exciting to hit that amount and realizing I haven't taken a bite of any of my food. That's how I zeroed out my budget, $2,700 in the miscellaneous category. So what is that, like 2,500 of that went into savings between the two savings things here. So I feel like that's pretty good. Yeah, $2,570. So that is what our budget looked like for July. That explains why things have been a little bit wonky. I have already linked my Finding Out I'm Pregnant video, so you can watch that if you're interested. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna eat the rest of my taco bowl here so that I stop being so nauseous, and I will see you in the next video.